So we'll do some meditation and just centering in. I hope you've all had a really nice weekend and a lovely Sunday, and I hope the sun was shining for you as well, wherever you are in the world. So just come and sit and close your eyes and turn your palms up on your knees and sink down into your sit bones, lift up into your crown and find your breath. And I've created a little theme for this evening's class that I just felt was really apt for this time, for this year, really. And the theme is freedom. And Patanjali, he wrote the Yoga Sutras at least 5,000 years ago. And they're kind of like the yoga Bible, if you like, lots and lots and lots of passages in there that give us ways to try to help us to live our lives in the easiest ways to sort of move over our challenges. And he calls, you probably heard of Samadhi. If you love yoga, you probably heard of Samadhi, because that's what we're all trying. That's the ultimate goal, I suppose, of yoga. Samadhi is that complete enlightenment and oneness with the divine. But there's another part of that, and it's called Kaivalya. Kaivalya is freedom. And what that freedom means is that in that true sense as a yogi is that complete freedom from all attachment. It's also described as aloneness or solitude, but not the kind of aloneness and solitude that we've experienced this year in lockdown, but the kind where you don't need anything. And you can think of some of the great yogis, Jesus, the Buddha, many of the yogis over the years who've taken themselves away, they've cut themselves off from life for 40 days, or they've gone to live in a cave somewhere. And it's that trying to find that complete oneness with the divine that is Kaivalya. And that is freedom. And it's like reframing the aloneness and the isolation that we've been experiencing in our lockdowns into something that when we can move beyond all of that to that complete connection into the divine, then we find something really beautiful that really is the ultimate attainment in yoga. And I know I'm nowhere near that. I don't know if any of you are either, because we have to live these very busy modern lives in our society where it is hard to be unmaterialistic. It's very hard to not need and want people. And a lot of us have families and jobs and things that keep us caught up in this cycle of clinging to things and wanting to control things. But I thought we could look tonight at freedom and how we can use our yoga practice and what we do on our mats to help us to become more free. So I just want you to take a few deep breaths now and just move into silence and stillness. And thinking of this Sanskrit word, Kaivalya, and what it perhaps conjures up for you. How would it feel for you to be completely free? Are there areas in your life this year or in general throughout your life where you'd love to have more freedom? Does freedom mean being able to travel and be free? Does it mean financial freedom? Does it mean freedom from pain or suffering if you have a condition that causes you to be held into your body if you're suffering pain or discomfort on a regular basis? Or does it mean freedom from family, ties, chores, responsibilities, work, or a relationship that you're in? Have there been times in your life when you have felt free? Can you look back and remember those? Or is freedom something that feels like a far off, unattainable, something that's for others and may never be your own experience? Are there experiences you have in your life, perhaps when you're meditating or when you're out in nature or on your yoga mat, where you feel freedom? we'll all conjure up images, thoughts, emotions, memories, and dreams of freedom that will be very different from each other. There's no one size fits all, because that is freedom, isn't it? In its ultimate, it's everyone having what they want, their freedom. So how do you feel in your body now? Do you feel free in your physical body? Or do you feel tense and tight? How does it feel to breathe now? Can you free your breath by becoming deeper in your breath? Can you lighten some of the heaviness in your body that can feel like it's holding us down, like a chain, keeping us stuck in the density that we can often feel on this planet, rather than the lightness, the floating, the flying that we can feel when we're connected spiritually? Just allow your mind to wander a little around this word and what it means for you. Freedom. And then as you breathe, start to lengthen out your breath a little now. So as you take an inhale, keep your breath going, so your breath's becoming longer and deeper, taking it all the way down into the lungs. As you inhale, feeling the belly expanding. And then as you exhale, feel the navel drawing into the spine as you release all the air from the lungs. And as you let go, feel yourself sinking deeper through your hips and out through your shoulders. As you inhale, feel like you're drawing in prana, you're drawing in energy. You could call that freedom. Freedom like birds in the sky, freedom like fish in the sea, animals that are able to run wild. Feel that energy of freedom, you're drawing it into your body. Beautiful pranic energy. And as you exhale, just let go of all the tightness in your body, all the trying to control, all the clinging that we do to people and places and things. Feel that you're freeing every muscle, every cell in your body as you breathe out, letting go. Feel that each exhale is an opportunity to free yourself of negativity, of intrusive thoughts, or any feelings that are detrimental to your well-being, your mental health, your physical health. Good. And then bring the hands together at the heart. Have the chin parallel to the floor. Loosen the muscles of the face, the forehead, the eyes, the cheeks, the nose, the mouth, the jaw. And then just set your intention for your practice this evening. Perhaps you set an intention yesterday when you joined Sally in Morocco, or perhaps you'd like to set a completely new, unique intention now around the theme of freedom. And when we come to our yoga mat, we can let go of all the shackles, all the things that in reality are holding us back. And we can feel that we're allowed to be completely wild in our thoughts. Let yourself dream huge, dream big. Let that experience, that daydream, that intention for freedom be as big as you like. Imagine yourself sailing around the world. Imagine yourself being able to give up work, lie on a beach all day, whatever it is for you. Imagine yourself never having to do the dishes again, whatever freedom means for you. Imagine yourself being free of pain or suffering in your body. Just set your intention and ingrain it into your consciousness before we begin. Good. And then we're just going to blink the eyes open just enough to bring your hands down onto your knees and just start to have a little sway through the sit bones. And we're going to start to free up. So every movement we make now, every part of this warm-up, all of the flow, I want you to feel like you're trying to free yourself in your body, the physical body, and all of this area around your body as well, your aura, which is way, way out. Free your heart, free your mind, free your soul. So you're going to bring the hands onto the knees. And as you inhale, we're going to push the chest forwards, lift the chin and squeeze the shoulder blades together. Take a moment here, hold the breath in and just accentuate that pose. And then exhale, we're going to go back the other way. So we're going to draw the navel in, we're going to tuck the chin to the chest, we're going to go right back, hold it there a moment, holding the breath out just a little, and then inhale, coming forwards, and then exhale, coming back, slow, 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 freeing your spine, in and out. Now close your eyes. Now you know what you're doing. Start to feel fluid and just move in a rhythm that's right for you. Remember, this is your practice. This is about you finding something in yourself, creating a shift in yourself. So you can move super slow, or you could start to move a little bit quicker. Just feel that each inhale and exhale is an opportunity to find your rhythm, your fluidity. Feel that you're starting to let go. I'm going to start to move a little bit faster. Couple more. Next time you exhale to go back, we're going to start to rotate. So we're going to inhale, bring the chin over the knee and come all the way forwards, and then exhale over to the other knee and then all the way back. So it's that same feeling of inhale to open and exhale to round back. But we're just bringing in this circling, drawing a circle with the chin, feeling yourself circling all the way around on your hips. Good. One more in this direction. And then next time you exhale, we're going to go back the other ways. We'll inhale, come forwards and go round. Feeling that in your shoulders, feeling that in your hips, feeling it in your side body, in your spine, in your belly, and in your chest. Let's do a couple more this way. Good. One more time. And then come back to center and lift tall and just see how that feels. Maybe keep the movement going, keep that sort of wriggling out. Start to roll out your shoulders now. So slow, slow, slow rolls back. Again, eyes could be closed. Noticing any clicks or creaks in your shoulders. And then start to go the other way. Bring the shoulders forwards. Deep breaths. And then inhale, lift the arms up and interlace the fingers and push the palms up towards the ceiling and have another little wriggle in your sit bones and feel that you're really grounded down through your root now, really grounded down through your base. And then be aware of your energy centers. Doesn't matter if you know where they are exactly or not, but you have 7 all the way from the base, all the way up into the crown. And then you have another one beneath the body. It's called the Earth Star, and it's just below the body, down into the earth. And you have another one up, almost just above your hands where they are now. That's your soul star. So I want you to close your eyes now and just feel that there's a pillar of light. Keep the palms squeezing up if you can. If that's too much for your arms, if your shoulders are aching, lower them down. But feel a pillar of light coming down from your soul star all the way through your body and down into your Earth Star. Because it's when we really connect to that spirit, that soul within us, that higher self, that's when nothing can help, nothing can stop us. We always feel free when we're connected to our spirit. We know that nothing can contain our soul and our spirit. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale, bring the hands down and give them another little roll out. Give them a little bit of a release. So bring your hands onto your shoulders like this. And we're just going to start to now imagine that you're drawing circles with your elbows. So go quite slow. So I want you to really feel that this is connecting into your heart. You can really feel that connecting into your heart space. You have nadi channels. So you've got your 7 energy centers. Then you've got tens of thousands of nadi channels that run around the body, start to go the other way. And you have some major ones which run from your heart center out through your shoulders and down your arms. So with this evening's practice is going to be a lot of work with the arms, because that's going to really help to free the heart. And if the heart's free, we're always free. Nothing can hold us back. Good. Wonderful. Let's twist. So we'll bring the arms down. Inhale, lift your arms up, reach up. And then exhale, twist to your right. Take your right hand behind and your left hand on your knee. Lever yourself into that left hand to twist to look over your right shoulder. Draw your belly in. Hold. Inhale, lift the arms up. And exhale, twist around to your left, right hand onto your knee. Take a deep breath in to lengthen up through the spine. Draw the belly in. Exhale to twist. Feel that twist just there under your shoulder blades. Nice twist through the shoulders. Looking over the head, over the back of the head, if the neck's okay too. And then we'll inhale, lift the arms up. Little bit more work in the arms. We're going to bring the right arm over. Stay, don't come onto your forearm just yet. Start to free up a little bit more through this left arm and shoulder. And again, don't just think of the physical work that we're doing. Think of the energetic work, that nadi channel that we're releasing through the heart. Start to go the other way. Good. And then lift up on an inhale and exhale over to the left and start to roll that right shoulder out, rolling it around. Wonderful. That's good. And back the other way. And we can find all kinds of things in our joints, particularly hips and shoulder joints, when we start to move. So just see what you can feel. Inhale, lift the arms up, look up to your thumbs, bring the palms together, and exhale slowly. First, bring the thumbs to the forehead, to your Ajna chakra, your third eye. Another opportunity to just take a moment to remember your spirit, your soul that flies free. And bring your hands down into your heart. Your heart is also always free to love unconditionally. And then we're going to come round into all fours. So bring the hands down below the shoulders. Bring the knees below the hips. Spread the fingers nice and wide. Have a little bit of a sway side to side. Draw the belly up as you hold here. And then inhale, take the tailbone high to look up. And then we'll exhale to tuck it under. So it's the same movement as when we were cross-legged. We're just starting to feel our way into the spine. Inhale, look up. And exhale. Inhale, look up. And make sure the tops of your feet are down. If you've got sort of arthritis in your feet and toes, this next one might not be so good. But see, if as you exhale, you can then lift your knees. So it's a really nice stretch for the feet, but not for everyone. If you've got issues with your feet or toes, lower the knees down and inhale, tailbone high, look up. Exhale, tuck in, and again, lift the knees. Lower the knees and inhale, look up. Tailbone high. Last one. Exhale, tuck in and lift the knees if you can. We'll just hold it there for 2, 3, and lower. Tuck the toes under now. And before you come up, just have a little wrist therapy. So tuck the back of the hand down on the left side And then tuck it down on the right side. Keep doing that throughout the practice if your wrist can get a little bit sore. We're going to tuck the toes and go back first to a puppy dog. So come back to your down dog, but you're going to keep your knees really bent. So your feet are hip width apart. You're going to push your belly back onto your thighs and just feel that length all the way from the wrists up the arms. Squeeze the underarms together. Draw the belly in as you lengthen up through your tailbone. And then we're going to inhale to start to straighten the legs. The heels don't have to touch the floor, but they might come down towards the floor. And then exhale, bend the knees and push it back again. Inhale, straightening up. And exhale, tucking it in. Inhale, straightening it up. Down dog. And then exhale, push it back to a little puppy. Do one more of those. Inhale, straighten it up. And then we're going to exhale, come forwards to plank, lower the knees, and then sit back into child. So bring your forehead down. Don't take the knees too wide because we're going to come straight out of child in a moment and need the knees about hip width apart. So just leave them. That's it. Just keep the hands spread out in front of you. We're then going to inhale, come forwards to all fours, tuck the toes under, exhale, down facing dog. Take a deep breath in and exhale again. Lower the knees, sit back on the heels, bring the forehead to the mat. This time, inhale, come up to all fours and just start to go a little bit forward. So you're bringing your shoulders just beyond your wrist, draw the belly in, tuck the toes under, exhale, down facing dog. Legs as straight as can be. Hold for an inhale. And then exhale, lower to the knees. Untuck the toes so you're on the top of the feet. Sit back and bring the forehead down. Let's keep going. Inhale, come forwards. Maybe go a little bit further now. So still knees on the ground, but you might just let the hips go a little bit more. Elbows in, shoulders down, arms are straight. Tuck the toes under. Exhale, down facing dog. Nice and gentle. Deep breath in. Exhale, lower to the knees. Sit back on the heels. Forehead to the mat. Inhale, come forwards. Perhaps this time it's a full up dog, but still knees down. Tuck the toes under. Exhale, down facing dog. Deep breath in. And exhale, come down to the knees and sit back. Twice more. Inhale, come forwards, up dog. Maybe lift the knees this time. And then exhale, roll or step your toes to down facing dog. Hold it for an inhale. And exhale, come down, child's. Sit back, forehead. Last one like this. Going through, we'll inhale to up dog. And then exhale to down facing dog. This time from down dog, we're going to inhale, lift the right leg high. And then exhale, bring it through between the hands and lower the left knee down. Start to have a little bounce here. So just nice and gentle, forwards and back. We're not completely stretching out that right leg yet. We're just seeing how it feels, bit of a hamstring stretch. Come up onto your fingertips. And as you inhale, come forwards, look up. And as you exhale, come back, tuck your chin in a little bit. So you're looking down to your big toe. And move slow. Pop something under your left knee if you need a bit of padding on the kneecap. It's fine if you're on carpet, but if you're on a hard surface, it can often feel a little bit too much. So let's come and hold that. So we're going to inhale, lunge deep and look up. Sinking the hips. Feel that from this right knee all the way down the inner thigh and down the left quad into that knee, you're just stretching it out. Then feel like the inner thighs are squeezing together. Draw the belly in, take an inhale. And exhale, stretch it all the way back. You could move the hands now. So the hands might want to move back a little way, maybe in line with your knee. The toes might want to slightly lift. That might soften it a little bit for you. Try and straighten this leg if possible, but don't worry if it doesn't straighten. If you want more, you're going to pull that right toe back because that's going to give it a much, much deeper stretch. You're then going to feel like your right hip's drawing back and down. So the inner thighs are still squeezing together. Draw the belly in, take an inhale, and then exhale, sink your chin down towards your shin. Those of you that can. Now think of the arms, soften the arms, soften the shoulders. Come back to that feeling of what can you free up in your body? What can you release? Where can you make space? I guess to find freedom, we always have to let go of something. And in the body, it's going to be tension. So we're going to inhale, come back forwards, bring the hands back either side of that right foot. Plant the hands firm on the floor, tuck the toes of the left toe under and go back either straight into a down dog or maybe a three-legged. You could lift that right leg high. You don't have to do that. You're then going to exhale, bring the right foot back down, down facing dog. Inhale, left leg goes high. Exhale, swing it through between the hands. Lower the right knee. And again, if you want to here, you could put a little bit of cushion under the knee. Come up onto the fingertips and just really light at first, just an exploration at first. Inhale forwards, exhale back, just stretching out any weekend tension. If you were doing the yoga yesterday, the body might be feeling like it's done some work. Slow it down. Inhale, come forwards, look up. Exhale, bouncing back. Just explore. Keep the hands where they are at the beginning as well as you just feel your way into this. Good. And then we'll inhale, come all the way forwards onto the fingertips, look up. Feel that stretch again, all the way from the left knee through the left inner thigh. Squeeze inner thighs together, then feel that stretching into that right quad. Take a deep breath in. And then we're going to exhale, stretch it all the way back through that left leg. Walk the hands back a little bit, maybe in line with the knee. Let the toes be soft. And then maybe pull the left foot back. So that really intensifies the stretch. It gets right into the glutes. It's a great stretch for the glutes if you get sciatica or back problems. Take a deep inhale and then exhale. Those of you that want even more, you're going to bring your chin down towards the shin, focusing on the breath. And again, focusing on where can you make space? Where can you let go? We'll then inhale to come all the way back again. Bring the hands either side of the left foot. Plant the hands firm on the floor. Pick the right knee up. Step back either to a regular down dog or three-legged on the inhale. Take it high. And then we'll exhale. Bring the foot down. Feet are hip width apart. Planting the feet, planting the heels. Lengthen the tailbone. Stretch that out. And then exhale. Sink to the knees. Keep the knees hip width apart as you untuck the toes. Sit onto the heels. Forehead to the mat. Deep breath in. Fill the body with the breath. Long exhale. Inhale, come forwards. You might just stay in an all fours, or you might come into up dog, keep the knees down, or you might fully lift the knees as well. Feel that back bend. We're just going to pause there a moment. Stretching it out. Tuck the toes under. Exhale, down facing dog. From down dog, we're going to bend the knees, look forwards and take a step to the front of the mat. Bring the hands onto the shins and look up. And then exhale, come down slowly into a fold. Pull out through the inner arches of your feet now. And see and feel that also opens things up in the calves and in the knees. Now cross the hands at the arms, at the elbows, and just hang loose here. Maybe have a bit of a sway. Oops. Little bit of a sway. Good, and then let the arms drop. Bend your knees and inhale, come all the way up to stand into Tadasana, bringing the palms together. And then exhale, bring the hands first to your forehead. Just take a moment there to pause and just again, remember your free spirit. And then bring the hands down to the heart. And remember your free heart that's always free to love. And if you made an intention for this practice this evening, just bringing it back into your minds now, bringing it back and allowing it to flow with you. And we're going to flow super, super slow tonight. So I want you to imagine that you're almost moving through honey or treacle. So every movement you have to slow, because it's like the air is thick around you. Like you can't just freely move your arms. It's going to take time. So we're going to inhale, lift the arms up, keep them shoulder width apart. And then exhale, take them back behind you, palms up, thumbs trying to squeeze together. But as you do that, keep your tailbone tucked in and your belly drawn in. Free the heart. Inhale, lift the arms up, bring the palms together. And then exhale, slowly come down into a fold. Hands onto the shins, all fingertips onto the floor. Inhale, look up halfway. Exhale, step the right foot back, lower the knee. Inhale, we're going to sweep the arms up into a low lunge. We're then going to exhale, sweep forwards, and then almost skimming the floor, you're going to take the hands all the way back behind, looking back towards your right knee. Push down into your left heel, left big toe. Inhale, skim the floor and come all the way back up. You're then going to exhale again, come all the way forwards. Take the hands behind, reach as high as you can. Inhale, coming all the way back into your low lunge. One more time, exhaling. And inhaling. You're then going to bring your hands down onto your shoulders with your elbows out. And we're going to start to roll those elbows back. So slowly rolling it back. Keep your gaze point fixed straight in front so you feel really steady. Think of your core. Think of that left foot and left big toe keeping you steady. Find a rhythm with your breath. And then start to go the other way. Bring those elbows forwards and back. Freeing up that lovely heart nadi that runs down the arm. One more this way. And then we're going to inhale, lift the arms up, leaning back if you can. If you could look up, don't worry if you can't. Exhale, bring the hands down. Now you've got a couple of choices. You can go back to a regular down dog plank, or you're going to take it to a three-legged down dog. So you'll inhale, take the left leg high, and then you're either going to come forwards to plank with both feet on the ground, or you're going to come forwards to plank with that left leg lifted. So exhale, forwards to plank. Lower the hip now. So the left hip is square to the right. Take another inhale. And then exhale, come all the way down to the mat. Tuck the toes. Inhale, come into a little baby cobra. Excuse me. So that's where you've barely lifted. You just literally lifted the chest. You're then going to take a long exhale. Plant the hands. Inhale, come a little higher. And then exhale back onto the knees. Again, don't take the knees too wide because we're only just flowing through now. Walk the hands back with you. Bring the forehead down to the mat. Inhale, push up to all fours. Tailbone high, look up. And as you exhale, make sure the feet are flat on the floor. We're going to tuck under and lift the knees if that's okay for you. Lower the knees, tuck the toes under. Inhale, down facing dog. Exhale to hold. And we're then going to inhale, lift the right leg high. And then exhale, swing it through between the hands. Then we're going to keep the left knee up if you can. And if you don't want to, if you want to go super gentle tonight, that's fine. Lower the left knee down. But then we're going to start to have that little bounce here now as well. Just lunging in and then starting to straighten that right leg. Doesn't have to be straight. We're just starting to feel that hamstring stretch again. Good. Stretching it out, move slow. We'll then inhale, lunge in, look up. And then exhale, try to straighten it as much as you can. And then bring your chin down towards your shin. Still, you've got the left heel up. So you're just on the left toes, and we'll just hold it there a moment. We're then going to lunge back in. And inhale, lift the arms slowly up into a high lunge. Bring the palms together. Exhale, bring the hands down to your heart and then to the inside of the right foot. You're then going to walk to the long side of your mat. So you're going to walk all the way around to the long side. Both feet are coming with you. So they're both going to turn and the toes are going to turn a little bit in. Take an inhale to look up and then exhale, come down into an inversion. So if you're not doing inversions this evening, come down into child now, or just bend down into a little squat. Walk your hands back so your fingertips are in line with your feet. Sink the elbows back behind. And your knees can be bent. Doesn't matter if your legs aren't completely straight. But what's a really good tip in an inversion like this is to really be aware of the feet. Are you sinking back too far on your heels? Do you need to sink a little bit into the balls of the feet? That can immediately just give you a little bit of a lift up through the tailbone and then a real sense of lowering. Look back behind. Choose a gaze point behind you rather than at the floor. Good. We're then going to inhale to come up halfway, come onto your fingertips. Then we're just going to start to do quite a free movement now. So we're going to lunge over into that left knee, have a little bit of a bounce. Both feet are staying on the floor and then lunge a little over into that right. Feel this opening up your inner thighs. Bounce to the right, bounce to the left. That's it. So the body's quite long now. We're not tucking in the head anymore. We're just looking ahead and focusing on a real openness in the hips and thighs. And then maybe just side to side, going down as low as you can, but keeping both feet firmly attached to the floor, not coming onto the heels for this one. Good. Wonderful. Let's take one more to the back of the mat, to the left. And then inhale, come to center and swivel yourself all the way around to the front of the mat, turning that right foot, pivoting the left foot. So you're now on the left toes. Wonderful. One hand either side of the right foot. And then we're going to inhale, step it into the front of the mat, looking up. As you exhale, bend the knees and sweep the hands back behind you. Keep the knees bent and inhale, slowly come up, Utkatasana, chair pose. Exhale, sink it a little bit deeper. And then inhale, straighten all the way up. Lifting the arms, feel really square and straight, tailbone in, belly's in. And then exhale, take the hands behind you, shoulder level, but palms up, thumbs trying to squeeze together. And then bring the hands down to your sides. Turn the palms forwards. So there's an immediate feeling like the shoulders are, the heart's opening. Find your posture, ground into your feet. Good. So just take a moment to pause. This is a chill flow, so lots of opportunity to pause and to really connect into yourself, making the most of this gift that you've given yourself of 75 minutes on your mat this evening, your sacred space. So we'll flow through the other side. We're going to open the eyes and inhale, lift the arms up in line with the ears. Exhale, take them back, shoulder level, palms up, thumbs trying to squeeze together. Draw the belly in. Inhale, lift the arms, bring the palms together. Exhale, slowly, slowly down into a fold. Hands onto shins or fingertips onto the floor. Inhale, look up halfway. We're going to exhale now to step the left foot back, lowering the knee. Pop something under the knee if you need it. Ground into that right foot. Make sure the ankle's below the knee. If it isn't, just move it, just shuffle it around. We're then going to inhale, squeeze in the thighs, draw belly in as you lift your arms up in line with your ears. Maybe lifting the chin a little and just choosing a gaze point. Doesn't have to be to the ceiling. It just could be a little bit raised from eye level. Sink deeper now. Take an inhale, feeling steady. Just to feel steady, think right heel and right big toe. Deep breath in. Exhale, start to reach forward, skimming the floor. Take the hands all the way back, looking back towards your left knee. Inhale, slowly coming up. And exhale, coming forward, skim the floor. And inhale, coming up. Once again, exhale. And inhale. Good. Bring the hands down onto your shoulders. You've got your elbows again. We're going to start to roll back. So we're going to roll those elbows, circling out, circling through. Wonderful. Feeling really steady, strong in the core. Next time you lift the elbows up, we'll start to go the other way. Find a lovely rhythm with your breath. Good. Last one. We'll then release and inhale, lift the arms up, looking up all the way if you can. Exhale, bring the hands down. Again, you've got a choice, down dog on both feet, or you're going to inhale, lift that right leg high into your three-legged dog, which is a lovely stretch for the hip as well. You're then going to exhale, come forwards to your plank, lowering the right hip so it's in line with your left. Sink it down. Take a deep breath in, and then exhale, come all the way down. Inhale to your baby cobra. Exhale, hold. Inhale a little bit higher. Exhale, hold. And then inhale, take it back onto the knees. Slide it back. Feel that stretch all the way down into your lumbar as you bring the forehead down into balasana. And again, we'll hold. We're then going to inhale, come up to all fours. Take the tailbone high, look up. Make sure the feet are flat on the floor as you exhale, tuck under and lift the knees. You're then going to lower the knees, tuck the toes under, down facing dog. Good, sinking into the heels. 2, hold. We'll then inhale, glide that left leg up behind you. And exhale, swing it back 3 between the hands. Now you could lower the right knee down again. You've always got that option available if you want to. Otherwise, we're just going to sink low, come up onto the fingertips, look up, and start that little slow bounce. Just getting a feel for it at first. What's happening? How's it feeling? How straight does that leg want to go without pushing it? And then we'll take an inhale to sink into that knee, push back into that right heel and look up, shoulders down. And then we'll exhale to start to straighten that left leg completely, squeeze in the thighs, and then bring the chin towards your shin, just to hold that deep stretch. Good. Well then, again, come onto fingertips, lunge back into that left knee, look up. Feeling super strong and stable, we're going to inhale, lift the arms up all the way. Bring the palms together. Exhale, bring the hands slowly down to the inside of your left foot. We're then going to walk again to the long side of the mat, bringing the feet with us. We'll turn the toes a little bit in. Inhale, looking up, lengthen, push the tailbone back, ground into the whole of the right and left foot, and then exhale, come down into your fold. Walk the hands back. Elbows are pointing back as well. Deep breaths. Keep feeling like the exhale is just an opportunity to release more and more. Releasing some of the control in the body. Let the body take over. Surrender to the body. Trust it to know what it needs, where it needs to be, how best it's going to enjoy this stretch, this asana. And we're then going to take an inhale. I'm going to turn around. We're going to take an inhale to look up. And then you're going to start to lunge over. You're going to start to walk over to your right foot. So some of you will have your hands around the knee or the thigh. Some of you will be able to reach the floor. So the left hand will come in front. The right hand will take hold of the outside of the ankle. And then keeping both legs straight, you're just going to bring yourself in, chin towards the shin. Some of you might find the left forearm comes down onto the floor. That's great, but it's not essential. So just feel like you're drawing yourself in, but keep an awareness of this left leg. Don't let it become sort of floppy. Lisa, come up. Lisa, come into a goddess. That's it. So toes are out, heels are in. That's it. Come into your goddess. And Lisa, I just want you to inhale up and exhale down. That's just for Lisa. Everyone else, because she's not doing upside down. Everyone else stay here. That's it. Brilliant. So everyone else, we're going to inhale, come up halfway, walk to center. And then exhale, come all the way over to the left. Take the left hand, right hand. No, left hand outside of the ankle. Right hand's going to sit in front of the foot. You're going to tuck in, chin in, nose in towards the knee or shin. And then maybe you'll come onto the forearm of that right arm, but it's not essential. Just holding this stretch. And again, be aware equally of both legs. You're going to be feeling that you're very connected to your left leg here, but don't forget the right. Don't forget the right foot. And then we're going to inhale, look up and just swivel it round to the front of your mat. So you're framing that left foot, lifting the right heel. Good. And we'll inhale, step it forwards, looking up. Exhale, lower into a fold. Bend the knees, sweep the hands back. And inhale, slowly come up to Utkatasana. Exhale, sink a little deeper. And then inhale, come all the way up, lifting the arms. And exhale, bring your hands down to your sides and relax. Again, just take your time. See how everything's feeling now. It's good to just keep checking in throughout our practice. Seeing what's shifting, what isn't, what feels good, what doesn't, where we're at. Good. So again, remembering to move slow, we're going to inhale, lift the arms up. And exhale again, take them out behind you. Palms up, thumbs trying to squeeze together. Well then, inhale, lift the arms up, leave them up. As you take the weight into your right leg, just lift the left leg slightly and exhale, step it back to warrior one. So try to do that with the arms up. If you need to bring the arms down, don't worry. So the left leg's gone back, right leg is forwards. And feel that you're really squaring your hips. We're then going to bring these hands down again onto the shoulders. And again, find this lovely nadi opening roll through the shoulders. Keep your gaze fixed. Breathe deep. Sink through the lower part of the body. Feel that connection with the earth. Down through the feet. Start to go the other way. Good. Let your legs hold you steady as you try to free up the heart. And then just move freely now. Just see if anything, see what wants to happen. You might want to keep rolling one way, or you might want to just move, or you might just want to squeeze back and then squeeze forwards. Just allow it to be free. And then open up the arms, palms are up. And inhale, lift the arms, look up. And then exhale, start to reach forward, skimming the floor, sweep the hands back behind. And inhale, come all the way back up. We're then going to exhale, open it out to warrior two. So you're still bending into this right knee. Watch it doesn't roll in, roll it back. Arms are out to shoulder level. Looking to your right middle finger. And inhale, go back into a peaceful warrior. So lift the right arm, left hand goes down to the thigh. And then exhale, bring the forearm to the knee and bring the left arm over. Now we're going to do something similar, but we're not going to become quite so attached to the thighs. We're going to inhale, lift up through warrior two, bring that right arm over, but bring the left arm in front of you. So it's just sweeping. So it's a peaceful, but that left arm's just sweeping in front. And then exhale, go the other way, come over, but then let that right arm just sweep in front of you, not touching the thigh. Good. Inhale, come all the way back. Looking up, just allowing that left arm to freely hover in front. And then exhale, come the other way. Just let that right arm freely hover. Keep going. Inhale. Freeing everything up. Exhale. Let's do that once more. Inhale. And exhale. And then inhale it back up to warrior two. And windmill the hands down to the mat, pivoting that left foot so you're on the toes. Inhale, step to the front of the mat, looking up. Exhale, down into a fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Bring the palms together. Exhale, sweep the hands back. Palms are up. Shoulder blades squeeze. Inhale, lift the arms up. Leave them there as you take the weight into the left leg. Slightly lift the right foot up as you inhale. Then exhale, step it back to warrior one on the other side. So you've got the left leg in front of you. Square the hips to the front of the mat. Bring the hands down onto your shoulders and just start to freely move. So just doing whatever you feel now. Just forget there's a camera, forget there's anyone else. Just trust your body. Just feel, what does it need? What kind of a movement is needed? Circling, releasing, opening up, freeing your space in your body. Good. Well, then bring the hands down and inhale, lift them up. Exhale, sweep forward, skimming the floors. Bring the hands all the way back behind you. Inhale, come all the way up. And exhale, open it out to warrior two. You might need to move the feet a little bit when you come into your warrior two. We'll then turn the left palm up and inhale. We'll do a regular peaceful first. We're lifting the left arm, bring the right hand down onto the thigh. And then exhale, come over, left forearm to knee, right arm comes over in line with your ear. Inhale, then find that lovely fluid. The left arm lifts, the right hand just comes in front, just in front of the belly. Exhale, come over, but don't use the thigh. Just bring that left arm in front of you. Inhale, sweeping it back. Finding this lovely curling, circling. Exhale. Inhale, come up. And exhale, come over. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Well, then inhale, come up to warrior two. And exhale, windmill the right hand over, meeting the left. Take them to the mat. Step back, down facing dog. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, come forwards to plank. Hold for a moment just to neutralize the spine. Inhale. Exhale, come all the way down to the mat. Point the toes, come into Sphinx. So come onto your forearms. Sink back onto the thighs. Ground into the tops of the feet. Make sure your shoulders are above your elbows. And just close the eyes to pause here in Navalasana. Letting go. And you could stay here in your Sphinx. If your back's not great, if you're feeling a bit tense and tight, probably best to stay. Otherwise, turn the hands out so the fingertips are turning out to the sides of your mat. Tips of the top of the thumb is pointing to the front of your mat. Squeeze your elbows in, squeeze your shoulders down, come up to your seal pose. So straighten the arms, lift the chin a little. You can keep the eyes closed. Watch if things start to tense up. Send the breath. Free your body, free your mind. Free your thoughts, free your soul. Take an inhale. Exhale, sink it back, draw the hands back. Inhale, come up to a lovely deep cobra. And exhale back onto the knees. This time we're going to take the knees super wide. So they're going to go right out as far as the mat if you can. Sink back on the heels. Stretch the hands forward. So as you go back, you can really feel that stretch. You could even bring the chin down for a moment and really connect with that stretch back through. And then tuck the head into the foreheads down. And you could leave your hands out or you can bring your hands round by your feet. So it's a full little child's pose to pause and breathe there. And then from there, we'll slowly walk the hands back up. We're just going to stay in hero pose for a moment, but if this pose is too much for you, come to cross-legged. But if you can, come to here, because it's really nice for the spine. Bring the hands onto the thighs, let yourself sink. Find your breath again. Really send that breath out of your body. And with it, everything that's standing in the way of you finding Kaivalya, freedom, freedom from everything. Good. And we're going to come into a little twist now. So I want you to, from this kneeling position, just drop your hips to your right and swing your legs to your left, but don't open them up completely. So we've done this twist a few times, those of you that have been to yoga this week. We're not opening up completely. We're just keeping this left leg just over the right. So you can sort of find a position where your thighs sort of resting between your knee and ankle, so you haven't got that ankle sticking in. And then your feet are a little bit flexed to the side. And inhale, lift the arms up. And we're going to take a lovely twist around to the right. Oh, hello, Caddy. About time you turned up. Missed the class. Bring the left hand onto the knee, right hand behind. Look over the shoulder as far as you can. Sink down through your legs, sink down through your hips. And then just find that lovely rotation through the spine. Thinking of the spine, the back of the body, but also thinking of the belly and the ribs and the heart as you move. And then slowly inhale to come back to center. Exhale, bring your hands down and just lean back to swing the legs over the other way. Then inhale, lift the arms up. And exhale around to your left. So the left hand's going behind, right hand's onto the knee. You're looking over that left shoulder. Draw up through your spine. Try not to collapse into it. Keep length. And feel like you're levering yourself around using that right hand on the left knee. Turning the head as far as you can. Eyes could be closed. And then inhale, come back to center. Exhale, bring the hands down as you lengthen your legs out in front of you. Pull the toes back. Inhale, lift the arms up. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. And then exhale, slowly start to tip forwards, drawing the belly in. Keep the chin lifted so you're gazing to look to your big toes. Hands can come down to wherever they need to, knees, shins, or feet. Once you're there, inhale, lengthen again through the body, and exhale, fold. And just stay and feel that this fold, this pose is therapy for your body, giving it what it needs, whether that's soft knees, soft arms, or whether it's quite a strong push down through the backs of the legs and draw into the hands, just whatever you need. We all need different things on different days, different times. There's never one size fits all. That's why yoga is so wonderful, because it's such a free practice. There are rules and guidelines and things we should and shouldn't do, but there's also so much freedom within that to find what works for you. As individuals, we all need different things at different times, and yoga's just that in its entirety. So we're going to inhale, lift the arms up, and exhale, bring the hands down and come down onto your mat. Hug your knees in nice and tight, give them a squeeze, have a little bit of a rock side to side. Tuck the chin in a little bit so your neck's nice and long. And then let your right leg go really long on the mat. And keep the left knee hugged in, squeeze it in. And then keep your right hand on the left knee and take your left arm out to the side. Take a deep breath in. And then we're going to exhale, slowly come over into a twist. Bring that left knee over to the right and turn the head to look to the left thumb to find a lovely twist here. Really deep twist. Just as deep as feels right for you. Let it be beneficial. Let it be therapeutic. So we'll slowly inhale, come back onto the back. And then swap that around. So the right knee's hugged in, left leg's gone long. Squeezing that right knee in. Take the right arm out to the side. Keep the left hand there on the knee and draw that knee over to the right. Turn the head to the left to hold. And then gently come back onto your back once again. Draw the knees in, take one hand onto each kneecap, start to circle the knees now. Getting really deep into the hips to stretch them out. And back the other way. I'm sure some of you also have pets that like to join in with your practice. Makes it a little bit more interesting. Good, so squeeze the knees in just one last time. And then we're going to come into our final pose. We're going to come into a Supta Baddha Konasana. So the soles of the feet come together. Feet come down to the floor. Just adjust a little bit so you're not too curvy. You can end up with a massive curve in the base of your spine here and the belly sort of lifting. So try and really tuck under. Same with the shoulders and the neck. Tuck the chin under. Hands can rest on the belly or maybe the heart or the hips, or they can come out to the sides, and you can feel this is a pose that's all about freedom. It's all about opening up and freeing the energy body. You can feel that sense of openness through the pose. And this is where we're going to find our rest, our stillness. Staying here for a few gentle breaths. And you can choose to stay here for Shavasana, for relaxation, for our meditation if you'd like to, if this is really a lovely pose for you. Or if you prefer, you might want to bring the knees together now and stretch the legs out into Shavasana. Or you might just want to stay there a little longer and then move when it feels right for you, just whatever it feels you need to do. So come to whatever you're doing, make sure that now you're going to stay nice and warm. So maybe grab a layer, grab a blanket, pop your eye bag on. Good. Wonderful. So getting nice and comfortable. Take your time. Don't rush to get comfy. Take your time. So finding your breath. Slowing your breath down. And having another little check-in with yourself here. Has your yoga helped you this evening? Have you gifted yourself something that's been really beneficial? Do you feel more free in your body? Freedom from stress. Beautiful thing. So coming back to thoughts on Kaivalya, a state of aloneness, of separateness, but meant rather as a negative aspect, meant as a really pure and beautiful, complete and whole detachment from all things. Just imagining a life where we were no longer attached to what we needed, what we wanted. If we were able to let go of the control that we try to have over our lives, and if others were to stop trying to have control over us and our lives. A pure spiritual freedom that only many few of the masters of yoga and spirituality have managed in their lives. But many, many spiritual seekers and warriors are practicing and trying to attain Kaivalya. So relaxing your body now and focusing into your breath, I want you to really feel that you can let go. I want you to imagine that you're holding your life in your hands. You're juggling, as you probably do most days, juggling logistics, trying to manage to-do lists, prioritizing. I want you to imagine you're holding all of your life in your hands and you're just simply now going to let it go, knowing that all will be well when you do. Spiritual practice of freedom. Just feel that you're letting it all go. You can imagine yourself floating off, away from everything that's holding you, that's shackling you, the walls around you, whether they're there because you've created them, or whether they're there because others have made them for you. The walls are crumbling, the tower is broken down into pieces. And I want you to imagine a life of pure freedom, and whatever that would be for you. I can't tell you what your experience of pure freedom might be, but imagine it now. Let your mind run wild with imagining. And we're going to do a little journey through a day now, a day of absolute freedom. And I want you to think like a child that has no limits, no boundaries on their dreams. Perhaps you were once able to daydream and imagine wonderful things for yourself. I want you to imagine that you're waking up in bed in the morning, and you can wake up anywhere. You could wake up in your own bed, or it could be anywhere in the world, anywhere in the universe. I want you to imagine yourself waking up, opening your eyes, thinking ahead to your day of freedom, as if it's already happened, as if it's happening now. You're going to push back the duvet, get up, do whatever you might do. Perhaps you'll do the regular things like brushing teeth, making a cup of tea, having breakfast. But you're doing all of these things absolutely free. You have no chores, you have no responsibilities. You may have a job to go to, but it's going to be your perfect job that makes you feel free, makes your heart sing. Perhaps you're going to spend the day doing something completely different. I want you to imagine now that as you're getting dressed and getting ready for your day in any way that you need to for this free day, I want you to really feel, how does it feel to imagine this day ahead of you free? What clothes would you put on? What shoes would you wear? Perhaps you'd be barefoot. And I want you to imagine leaving the building that you've been resting in for the night and moving out, opening the door, into this brand new free day. What can you see? What's on the other side of the door? Where are you going? Where are you heading this free day? What can you see? Are you driving? Are you walking? Are you sitting? Are you lying down? What's the scenery like where you are? Are there people? Who would you meet if you were free to meet anybody? Who would you meet? Let your heart create images, pictures, movies, scenes. Let your creative mind fill in with colours and smells. Let your emotions feel freedom and the joy that that may bring. Perhaps you have all the money in the world. Perhaps you're with the person or people who you really love. Perhaps your dream has come true and that now means that you're free. Perhaps your body is functioning in the most perfect way and freeing you of pain. Just imagine the conversations that you'd have, the things that you'd do, the experiences that you'd have in this day. And if any part of you tells you you can't, tell it that this is you creating your freedom, bringing it into reality. Let your heart and mind sing and fly free. I want you to imagine that this free day is coming to an end and perhaps the sun's beginning to set. But it isn't over yet. Because in your imagination, you're going to come to sit somewhere. Perhaps it's back in the home or building where you woke up this morning, or perhaps you're sitting on a beach or a mountain, or you're in a jungle, or you're sat on a cloud or a star. Just allow yourself to sit. And imagining as if all of these freedoms are yours now. Feel as you sit in your imagination in this free day. Take a moment to just have gratitude for everything that you've dreamt up. As if it's already in your reality. Gratitude for the people, the places, the things, the experiences, the sights, the smells, the feels, the sensations. Feel gratitude in your heart. Let that be a part of this dreaming, this imaginary process. Creative gratitude. And as your free day draws to an end, hold the feeling in your heart. Maybe you haven't set an intention to hold this free feeling with you for the rest of your evening. And to remember, And hold in your heart, no matter what happens to you in your life, that you can never be caged. Your soul, your spirit, your higher self, you have a right to be free. You are free. It's your birthright. And the mind and the heart are always free to travel and soar wherever they want to go. So we're going to gently bring ourselves back into our bodies and feel the floor beneath you. Start to move your fingers and toes, but just enough so you can hear this final little poem that I want to read you. So you don't have to sit up yet unless you want to. Just come back enough so that you're aware of the space that you're in. And I want to read this little poem to you. Summon the courage within, whisper it into being. Whether with tears in your eyes or fire in your bones, call this bravery into life, the tender bravery to turn to your own body, touching the inner and outer scars with kindness in your fingertips. This is the kind of bravery that lets you form the words, the feeling from the thrum of your blood, the words that hold a powerful spell when felt within. The words that come from your center right into your own knowing. The spellings that say, I love you, I'm sorry, I'm here, I'm listening. Let them land in your heart, your nervous system. For this is where the real healing begins. This is where the journey starts, with the remembering that we are the medicine. That inside us is a medicine garden, nature, wildness, growth. And the seeds to all this were stitched into our fabric, our bones, our cells, our soul when we were formed. Needing love and care of who we are and were to be activated, to grow, to bloom. Freedom. So just allowing yourself to move anywhere you'd like to, stretch, hug knees in, roll to your right side if you can when you're ready, or left side if that's easier for you. And then slowly, slowly, gently coming up to sit. Keep your eyes closed, bring the hands together at the heart. And just reminding yourself of your intention that you set at the beginning of the practice. Keeping that with you for the rest of the evening too, and then seeing how it feels to take all of this with you, perhaps into tomorrow and the next day and the next day. And then bowing the head, bringing the forehead down, bringing the thumbs to the forehead. Blinking the eyes open. And then lifting the head up when you're ready. Namaste, everyone. Thank you. Thank you for joining me.